Hello and welcome to the Pancrats family home. Today I want to do a video on my gaming desktop processor. It's a Core i7. It's the 13700 FK. And what that is actually is it's an unlocked processor for you already from Intel. So you can go in your BIOS, and this is gamer talk definitely, and you can overclock your CPU if you so desire. Nowadays, when you have so much liquid cooling going on, overclocking is a serious possibility. This will already boost you up to 5 gigahertz, but which is quite a lot, definitely. But you can go even further, especially if you have a nice water cooling system like I've got here. That's what you're kind of looking at right there, is that water cooling system. But yeah, I definitely like that. As not every NVIDIA, or I'm sorry, Intel setup is like that, where you can just adjust and overclock things as you like. So let me just bring this up to kind of show you what gaming is like with this. And it is buttery smooth. You're not going to get those little tiny hitches that typically happen when you're bottlenecking with your CPU. That's an important thing, as you know, there's a lot of things about graphics cards now, which, yeah, play a big part, but you do need an excellent CPU as well, so you're not bottlenecking. And a lot of people look at, oh, my CPU level, it's only like 20%, so I should be fine, right? No. So you need the right amount of cache. You need it to be operating at the right frequency. It has to have the right amount of cores built in for the game. So all that stuff matters quite a bit. You can kind of see up here, I'm running Silent Hill 2, 64 frames a second. That's pretty steady. And, GPU is going to be like maxed out. That's pretty normal. And then you're going to see sort of CPU 16, 15%. That is also normal for just about every game I've seen. So it's not going to use the CPU a lot until you got a lot of stuff on the screen. And then certain games like Battlefield especially really need a good CPU. So, it really does depend on the game. Like these single player games are more GPU heavy, where the multiplayer games with more stuff going on, like Fortnite, things like that, you're going to need a great CPU for. But even any game now, if you've got a really old i7 processor, like I do in this old beast right here, I'm thinking, well, it's i7, right? i7 means i7, like basically same thing, even though it's like 13 years old. I honestly, for a long time, thought that they were basically the same thing. Maybe some new features had come up, but I was very wrong. So, yeah, I mean, I was definitely bottlenecking all the time. I've got a friend right now who's really running into that issue where, he just bought himself a nice new 4070 Ti, and he's just not getting the frame rates out of it. But it's still showing that his CPU is only doing like 20% of the work. So I know that's kind of weird. You would expect it to be maxed out if it's having issues, but there are different things at play when it comes to CPUs. They're more mysterious than the GPUs, I would say. Having all those cores available, what kind of cores they are, threading, multi-threading, what the game's optimized for, all that stuff matters. So I would definitely recommend this i7 1300 KF. That KF is going to be an important distinction, as that's going to be the unlocked version of this, so you can even adjust cooling if you wanted to. If you wanted this to cool faster, you could go into the BIOS and adjust that, where normally when you buy an Intel processor, you can't just do anything you want with it. There are limits. They don't let you overclock, or at least very much. So, here, sky's the limit, especially if you get a nice water-cooled system. So hopefully this was helpful to you, and strongly recommend those Intel processors, getting a newer one like this. And yeah, these 13th gens are just at a perfect price point for slapping in a computer you already have, or building out a new rig. If you get like the absolute biggest i9, then you're also looking at a higher price, and there's really no difference in playability. I mean, then you're starting to look at things like, people using it for CAD and stuff like that. So these i7s, they're perfect. They don't get too hot, and they run games very well. So hopefully this was helpful to you. I'm Josh, and if you have questions, let me know. Look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Have a great day.